This is my story about who I am based on social studies themes. I was born on April 22nd, 1993, to my parents Steve and Kathy. My mom and dad got married in 1985. I have an older brother and two younger sisters. I grew up in Concord, North Carolina, where from 3 years of age, my family lived with my mom's parents. My mom's parents are Buddy and Brenda. They met each other in Homestead, Florida when they were both at a youth picnic with the local church. They married in 1959 and have had 3 kids, David, Nancy, and Kathy, my mom. My papa, Buddy, was from Oregon, but he was stationed at Homestead's Air Force Base during that time. My grandma, Brenda, grew up in Homestead with her dad, mom, younger brother, grandmother, Mimi, grandfather, and her aunts Evalie, Bobby, and her uncle Ralph. Her father, Doris Henry Jr., was a tomato farmer. When D.H. died in 1972, Mimi, Evalie, and Ralph took over the farm and property. The property, until recently, had been in our family for 73 years. Growing up with this property in the family meant that we visited frequently. Our extended family had a tradition to go and spend Christmas in Homestead. However, with my dad's job, we were able to go and visit at least 4 times a year for weeks at a time. While we visited, we would help out on the farm, but there were also plenty of things to play with. Spending time in South Florida meant that we became accustomed to the food, culture, various people, and the weather conditions. Eventually, Ralph was the last remaining relative living on the property. When Ralph became ill in 2005, my grandparents moved to Homestead in order to take care of him. Sadly, due to someone taking advantage of Ralph, we had to sell half of the acres we had of the property. In addition, the atmosphere vastly shifted in the area away from farmland towards suburban neighborhoods. In 2009, when Uncle Ralph died, as we visited our land, we saw it as one of the last fruit-growing properties in the area. My grandparents continued to take care of the property as they tried to sell it. Our family would still come to visit my grandparents at Christmas until, in 2011, my mom and sisters moved into the other house on the property. I was in college, so I would come visit at least twice a year. Having so much history of my family in one place leaves you feeling connected to it. However, living in a place whose culture is changing has some challenges. We were surprised the first time someone assumed we knew Spanish because of our tan skin. My grandma, especially with her dark skin and white hair, would get mistaken for being Latina. My grandparents sold the property last year, but I will never forget what it's taught me. South Florida is labeled as many things, both good and bad. However, to me, the good things and people always outweigh the bad. I know firsthand the struggles there are living in low class. Growing up, we made do with what we had and was thankful for it. I have also encountered a variety of cultures and different ways of living. Without these experiences, I wouldn't have had 2 of my best friends or understand how fried yuca is better than French fries. While I have not left the country, the things people have taught me continues to give me a view of the world around me. I would not be the person I am today if my life had gone any differently. I am thankful for the challenges I have faced that make me who I am.